The last silver dollar to circulate, struck by the U.S. Mint for circulation, was the peace dollar. But we did have a chance for many of our lifetimes, mine included here, that during the 1970s we saw a coin, a dollar coin known as the Eisenhower, that was the same size as those old Morgan and Peace. Everybody called them silver, but the coins made for circulation were actually copper clad. However, they did make a special collector silver coin in San Francisco. Tonight, not only do we have that coin, we have both versions from the very first year of issue, 1971. Oh, and you got to look at our price. So we had P's and D's released for circulation, right? And we gobbled them up. A big dollar, this is wonderful, this is cool. I was a paper boy at that time in my life, towards the end of my paper boy route, before I turned it on to my brother. And I remember getting these big coins. And then I remembered why I didn't like these big coins. Because how many of these can you put in your pocket or your coin pouch that you're carrying going door to door, collecting for delivering the paper? And you get these big clunky coins. Not functional. Paper is so much easier, right? And remember, this was before we made up the idea of the Susan B. Anthony. There was a solution, just didn't work well either because it was the size of a quarter. Digressing back to the topic at hand here. The first year, we also made silver coins in San Francisco. And this shot right here is great, guys, by the way. Thank you for putting it in. The bottom. Those four are coins that were in circulation. The sandwich coins. The four on top, the special San Francisco silvers. You can tell the difference. One is silver, one is not. So San Francisco struck an uncirculated version. It came out of what they called the poly pack or blue pack, right? And then the silver proof came out of what they called the brown pack. It was a brown box with a lens, like our modern proof set lens. And that's how they were released. So in 1971, when they did not put either of these coins in our uncirculated sets, they did not put either of these two coins in our proof sets, they didn't make special silver collector versions. So the only proof made in 71, you just looked at it, it was a silver version. Now it's silver playing that $50 teeter-totter. We're always looking at areas that are, well, obvious, but not the first places people look, right? When you hear silver going up, you look at your 1 ounce rounds, your ingots, your Silver Eagles, Maple Leafs, Britannias, and then you get back into the U.S. silver coin market. But something else to remember. When silver hit 50 for the first time, we'd just done it for the third time. That was 1980, right? What was the last silver coin actually struck by the U.S. Mint prior to that? Now, many of you will say, well, for circulation, it was the Kennedy struck through 1970. And you are 100% correct. Everybody forgets, though, 71, 72, 73, and 74, we made these special silver versions only for collectors, not in circulation. And we had that beautiful bicentennial, dual-dated, issued in 75 and 76, part of a three-piece set. So the coins that actually were struck in silver at the very end were these coins. So it's silver just going to heights that nobody's ever seen before. What coins could have or would have or actually did get melted the most? No questions asked. These coins got decimated, which is why you can find the copper-clad 71s still getting very, again, 50 years ago, by the way. Can you believe that? 50 years ago. Dating myself, I guess. But even the copper-clads are hard to find now. So whenever we find a grouping of the silvers, we're always all over it. The best of the best. It's a your choice opportunity, as the graphic says. So if you are more of a proof person, get the proof. Get more than one. We got a limited quantity tonight at these crazy prices. And when they're gone, they're gone. If you prefer the uncirculated, I get it. The designs are identical. The mint mark San Francisco is identical. It's just the finish of the coin. A regular issue right? A business strike is struck once, so it has that look. The proof is a method of manufacture. And they take the dies, the same dies, but they polish the dies this time. They also polish the piece of metal, the silver metal in this instance, I should say, and they strike it twice, not once, which gives you that mirrored background, the definition, the frost. It's just amazing. But those were made for collectors, are made today still for collectors. And we're going back 50 years ago to the first of the last, right? The first of the last. The Eisenhower being the last jumbo-sized dollar struck for circulation. And inside of that was a special 2-coin, your choice opportunity from the mint at this time. So it's only appropriate we make the same choice available here this evening. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. Thank you so much. And that brings it home right there. Perfect timing, guys. Thanks. Copper clad? Absolutely. Silver? Whoa, absolutely. Right? But the best part is the price. With silver moving to the $50 an ounce range, above one day, below the next day, but hanging in that range, our competition raised their prices from $49.95 upwards of $58 for the Unc and $62 for the proof. So they saw the prices and they moved their prices, right? Look at where our prices are. That's the AVC way. Find a deal, find a value, let's talk about it, 6 or 7 minutes and we're on to the next deal. Why we have 60 or 70 items in every show. And there's no price point too small. If it's a significant piece in our history, it's a significant value for all of us, it's going to be on one of our shows if we can find it. Well, tonight, for a few minutes anyways, this one's going to last. If it's in your shopping cart, avccoins.com, this is going to disappear quickly. At that price, I don't think any of us would question why. And thanks.